Hello and welcome. Photographers often need different camera lenses for different shooting situations. It wouldn't be very economical to have a separate camera for every need that arises. Fortunately, most systems are modular, meaning the lens can be removed and replaced with a different one as needed. In JavaScript, complex programs can be useful for multiple applications, and it wouldn't make sense to rewrite them over and over. Thankfully, since version ES6, they can be saved and used elsewhere as modules. In this video, you'll cover what modules are in JavaScript, which includes how they work as well as their current limitations. You'll also explore how to use simple ES6 modules in a browser. JavaScript modules are standalone units of code that you can reuse again and again. Being standalone means that you can add them to your program, remove them, and replace them with other modules, and everything will still work. But before we continue, let's explore what things were like before modules entered the picture. In all versions of JS, all functions that are defined on the window object are global. While useful for simple projects, this created some issues when third-party libraries or multiple developers became involved. For example, a global function from one script could override a function from another one, using the same variable name. Techniques were developed to bypass these issues, but they were not without flaws, and so, for a long time, JavaScript lacked built-in, natively supported module functionality. An engineer at Mozilla named Kevin Dangoor tried to fix this through a project called Server.js, which was later renamed to CommonJS. CommonJS is designed to specify how modules should work outside of the browser environment. It is mostly used on server-side JavaScript, namely Node.js. A downside of CommonJS is that browsers don't understand its syntax. That is, certain keywords that CommonJS relies on, such as require and module.exports, don't work as expected in browsers. You can learn more about other module systems in the additional reading. But now that you know a bit of the history, let me demonstrate ES6 modules in action. To understand how ES6 modules work, we need to go back to the humble HTML script tag. The script tag comes with a type attribute, which identifies the type of content that it contains. For JavaScript, it is written as script type equals, followed by text/JavaScript in double quotes. To display text in a browser, on the next line I've typed console.log, followed by the string hello from script tag in parentheses, and then a script closing tag. I can even omit the type attribute and use a basic script tag, and the attribute will be set to text/JavaScript by default. To make that happen, I've input an OpenScript tag followed by console.log on the next line and same sample text. I've then added a few more console logs before closing off the script tag. To verify that these script tags work, I'll open a local HTML file in my browser that is linked to this code. When I open the Elements tab in the Developer Tools, it displays the script tags, while the Console tab shows the console log output. Next, let's explore how we can use ES6 modules in a browser. Before starting, I'll open a separate code document. Now, I've changed the value of the type attribute by typing the script tag script type equals module. I've then imported a module called greeting.js. But how do you make it work? To demonstrate, I'll open the associated HTML file in another browser tab. Since I'm running this file locally, access to my script is blocked by a built-in browser security feature called Cross-Origin Resource Sharing, and I receive an error message under the Console tab. To eliminate this error, I need to run the HTML file over a server. I can use a local server for that. For information on how to set up a local server, refer to the additional reading. Now, my greeting.js module is being read in and consumed by this HTML document script tag. In other words, the file script tags have successfully imported the module. In this video, you've learned about modules in JavaScript ES6. You should now have a better idea of both their uses and their limitations, and you should know how to use basic ES6 modules in a browser.